A final decision on the Northern Irish border cannot be made until a UK-EU trade deal has been agreed, Liam Fox has said, despite warnings from Brussels that trade talks cannot proceed unless an agreement is reached within days. Ireland is seen as the key obstacle to proceeding to negotiations about a future trade relationship with the EU at a December summit, with the Irish government dissatisfied with the options offered so far to prevent a hard border with Northern Ireland. Leo Varadkar, the Irish Prime Minister, has said he wants a written guarantee that there will be no hard border, which Dublin believes can be achieved only by keeping the region within the single market and customs union. Fox said that option was out of the question. We don't want there to be a hard border, but the UK is going to be leaving the customs union and the single market, he told Sky News' Sunday with Niall Patterson. Government sources conceded there was still some way to go on the question of the border, compared with the other two key areas the EU has said also need to see sufficient progress, the financial settlement and the rights of EU citizens. However, the government is likely to stress the common ground on both sides, that neither side wants a hard border with Ireland or physical border infrastructure, and the option to agree to Varadkar's written guarantee has not yet been definitely ruled out. Fox said the UK had always come to special arrangements with Ireland that could be written into the final agreement, but said there needed to be clarity about the future trading relationship with the EU before the border question could be settled. We have always had exceptions for Ireland. Whether it's in our voting rights, our rights of residence in the UK, we have always accepted a certain asymmetry, and that will have to be part of whatever agreement we come to with the European Union. But we can't come to a final answer to the Irish question until we get an idea of the end state, he said. And until we get into discussions with the EU on the end state, that will be very difficult, so the quicker we can do that the better, and we are still in a position where the EU doesn't want to do that. Fox's suggestion that a deal on the Irish border won't be finalised until later in the negotiations does not necessarily clash with the EU's position. The 27 member states need only sufficient progress to be made by the next European Council summit. This will require what the Irish Foreign Affairs Minister, Simon Coveney, described on Friday as a roadmap to how the British plans to avoid a hard border. Coveney also dismissed a claim from UKIP that Ireland was threatening the UK, but insisted that his country must be protected in the Brexit process. Ireland is not threatening anybody, least of all a friend, he said on Sunday, but we remain resolute in our insistence on a sensible way through Brexit that protects Ireland. It will further require recognition from Whitehall that technology is not the solution to the problem, and that Northern Ireland will be given a special regulatory status, a scenario hinted at by Fox. In Brussels, however, there is a feeling that the British government has been underestimating the member states' solidarity with the Republic on the issue.